woman, I'm rich. I could go home and retire and die. And I don't know how that word sneaked into my conversation, but I couldn't get it out. And I was scared. I said, you believe in God, why are you scared to die? And I was lost. I said, I don't care. If this is death, I still believe there's a God. When I said that, I was rescued from this devastation, this dump yard of sorrow. And I was in the dressing room again, blood flowing through my veins. I looked on my hand, I screamed on my forehead, saw blood. Jesus Christ has come alive in me. And from that point on, I never made a fist for 10 years. I left San Juan, Puerto Rico, and became an evangelist with the Church of the Lord Jesus Christ. And I never thought I'd ever box again. I would rob people, I really did. Now, my whole life was like, when am I going? It's not if I would go to jail, but when.
Manchester United, let's put it up the best this season. Now, the pressure is on everyone else, but especially Chelsea, to fight to be in the top 4. Will they be able to earn the precious points from the champion team? Manchester United versus Chelsea, live on Astro City Sport in HD. This match is also available on Astro Quality Sports. Call or go to channel 200 to subscribe.
Story Asia, every Thursday night at 9:30 on Bio.
That could be a simple mistake, or a deliberate move for a long-term advantage.
Perhaps.
But no, you're someone who plans ahead. I'm thinking you don't make a move unless you've thought things through. And if you don't have an answer, you'll find someone who does.
Speak to an ANZ private banker about making the right moves to achieve your long-term goals.
And share your life on the go. It moves you. The new Galaxy Note 8.0.
On the next Anthony Bourdain Parts Unknown, Colombia. Get ready. Explore the Colombia you haven't seen.
This is a country with mountains, jungles, beaches.
Go off the beaten path and find the heart and soul of its people.
It is the most welcoming country in Latin America that I've been.
Get hungry.
Normally praise no fool.
Get higher.
Hell no, they're not very.
Get lost.
Get completely off the grid.
Anthony Bourdain Parts Unknown, Colombia, Friday and Sunday on CNN.
George Foreman, 257 pounds.
When you look back at the matches that you've lost, big ones like that, do you think perhaps, if the spiritual man that you are, would you say maybe that was a good thing? That it somehow led you through a different path?
And I look back on my life, the only match I felt I lost was a fight to Muhammad Ali. I'm on a record for 5 losses or something like that, but the one guy who really whipped me was Muhammad Ali, and it taught me one big lesson, that no matter how big and strong you are, you're going to have to use your mind. You must think things out.
And that didn't stop you either from having a comeback in your 40s, and you became the oldest man to hold the heavyweight world title at 45.
45 years old, heavyweight champion of the world. And I wanted to jump up and down, and I realized I'm not a kid anymore, so I got on my knees and thank God.
Well, what was the decision to come back, to make a comeback at that age?
I ran out of money. I didn't have any money. And I had to face the situation. The only profession I knew to get money was boxing. I had to go back to boxing. And that was hard for me because I never intended to box again. For 10 years, I had not even made a fist.
Where's all the money?
And you think you're wealthy, you think you're rich, but just like one person is out there to become wealthy, there are other people figuring out ways to get your wealth without having to fight or box. And I was a victim of stupidity, of ignorance, and people took advantage of my being naive.
And what was more important though at that time? Was it money, or was it the prestige of having a title, prestige of being famous? What was the sense of success and achievement for you?
Well, a friend told me, George, one day you're going to be rich and you're going to have fleets of Cadillacs. And that's what, you're going to have it made. So I thought, a fleet of Cadillacs, money, I would have it made. And I thought that this would be absolute happiness to me.
And you weren't happy?
I didn't find happiness at all. But I enjoyed the success, don't get me wrong, but I didn't find complete happiness. Not until that experience in that locker room in San Juan, Puerto Rico, did I find some satisfaction and happiness.
Tell me about growing up in the 5th Ward in Houston.
5th Ward,
yeah.
Rough days. And I grew up with a matriarchal family. My mom ruled, my mom and dad broke up early. So my mom would go to work and I'd go to work.
And you were one of 7 children.
7 kids. And what shaped my life more than anything was hunger. There was always a reason to be hungry. Never had enough to eat.
That never leaves you though, does it?
It never. And even now when I get on the table and I'm dealt a plate of food, I almost fight. I just can't leave anything on this plate.
You quit junior high, dropped out of junior high. The kind of life that you were leading at the time wasn't exactly something that your mom would be proud of.
I was a thief, and also I mugged people on the street. I robbed people, I really did. Now, my whole life was like, when am I going, it's not if I would go to jail, but when am I going to prison? Then all of a sudden I look at my life now and see all of the great things that happened to me. They're an Olympic gold medal, heavyweight champion of the world twice, had some success in business, and it's still to me unbelievable.
And yet when you see other young kids out there now, similar situation as what you were in, do you see yourself in them?
I really do. My brother Roy and I started the George Foreman Youth and Community Center. We were going to get a place out there where kids could come and hang out. I couldn't teach them everything. I'm not going to preach to them. I'm just going to be there because I know what all the young boys are thinking, and I just wanted to meet them halfway and show them another way.
What did your mom think about your boxing?
My mom never was happy and proud that I was a boxer. She never saw me box. As a matter of fact, when the boxing matches would come on, she'd find another room and hide. My mom was not happy about boxing, but when I fought for the championship and won it the second time, she called me the day before and said, "Son, I think you got it." First time she'd ever commented about it. She said, "I think you're going to win it." Now I'm a 45-year-old man. Your mom tell you something like that? How encouraging.
Yeah.
I feel like a little boy.
What did you learn about parenting? Because now you're the father of 12 kids. Well, I should say young people now, young men and women. What did you learn about parenting from your mom and dad?
Yeah, I did learn a lot from my mother. It's about never giving up on your kids and whatever they say, just forget it. Tomorrow is going to bring a different day, and each stage of their lives is a different, some differences to deal with.
You've named your boys George as well. Tell me about that.
Well, if you're going to get hit by Joe Ken Norton,
I will be regular customer here. Just 15 minutes more.
you better make preparation for
15
memory
minutes,
loss.
15 minutes, I'm fucking halfway. 15 minutes.
Now you're just kidding.
You better come up with a name.
Yeah, I thought only 12:45
give my son something that they could hold on to.
12:50 what? Now you should prove me.
All together.
I'm packing halfway already.
We fall
Packing halfway.
together. There's nothing like giving a name that everybody has. Yeah, to run into children and their parents are trying to explain to them that George Foreman was an Olympic gold medal. He's heavily kept the world. Kids that have just a cooking name.
Playing now on Astro Box Office Movies Standard TV. Call to subscribe.
Show. Let's join George at home in his kitchen.
Now we're ready to cook some burgers on the George Foreman family size grill.
You're a preacher, you're a pastor in Houston. You are a boxing champion, you're a promoter, a husband, father, an author, an entrepreneur. Let's talk about those grills.
It is strange. I've been so successful at Madison Avenue. I sold everything from Doritos to McDonald's, Kentucky Fried. Really a success in Madison Avenue. Made a lot of money.
Where do you think that came from?
I learned how to sell. I heard a lady say once, doesn't matter what you can do, but if you learn to sell, you'll never starve. And I took that to heart. I learned to sell. Then one of my friends said, look, you're making all these other companies wealthy. Get your own product. I said, what do you mean? And we talked about it. We drew up a plan to market this little not so beautiful grill. No, give me any money, just like the boxing ring. The bell ring, you're supposed to win, but you gotta fight. And we took this grill and this joint venture, stockholders and the whole thing, and we sold first 5,000, 10,000, 500,000. And one day we looked up to this day over 100 million we sold of the grill. All because, like I said, that fight attitude, keep fighting.
And as a result, your name became anonymous with a product that introduced your name, I should say, to a whole other generation of people who didn't know anything about boxing, who didn't follow boxing. I was talking to my colleagues at work, and they said that you kept them from being hungry all through college because of that grill.
Yeah, to run into children and their parents are trying to explain to them that George Foreman was an Olympic gold medalist. He was heavyweight champion of the world, and the kids just saying, that's the cooking man. They don't even know me as a boxer. They know that grill though. To see kids follow you down the street, and that George Foreman, they know nothing about boxing.
So if anyone out there who was a detractor about you being associated with the grill, I guess you're the one that's laughing all the way to the bank.
The grill was really a great thing to happen to our family. All of a sudden, we were able to sell grills. I only looked to sell as a gift. We did this joint venture, and I thought, give me 16 grills. That's all I thought I'd get out of it, because I wanted to distribute it to family members. Little did I know those grills would sell so many. I had no idea.
What was it about business that you wanted to be a part of?
The thing about it is that you can always do commercials for a company, another commercial for another company, but then they move on to someone else. I wanted to get into business, do business, and stay into business, and not just be a fad for a time being, but get a business that I could be involved in it until my days are ended. But in reality, we're looking for determination tonight. This fight is all about who's got the most. Yeah, man, you better believe it. I tell you, these are big things happening around here. Let's meet the two opponents. 20 years never bothered me.
Landed by Joe. Well, we'll see what happens here tonight. We got lots of action ahead.
It's my time.
What kind of advice do you give to young athletes out there, whether they are young boxers, young fighters, who want to be you, who want the next George Foreman?
And I talk to young kids all the time. They want to be champion of the world, or they want to be famous in sports. Love what you're doing, but understand that athletics is just a small part of your life. Do other things too. And that's where I've tried to be an author. I've been an actor, and I've tried to, and of course I'm a minister to this day, to let children know that, look, you can be heavyweight champion of the world, but there's more to it than that.
What does boxing give you?
Boxing gave me a chance to travel all over the world and fulfill a dream. I've always wanted to get on an airplane, train, boats, all those things boxing gave me.
What do you say if someone describes you as a legend?
And when people call me a legend, I said, boy, am I that old? It's not the ultimate compliment that someone call you a legend. You know, I like to say, don't do that.
What's more is there for you to do right now? What more would you like to do?
Life is filled with adventure. There's so many other things I like to do. There are other products that I like to be able to get out there and say, look, the George Foreman, blah, blah, blah. I'm looking for that magical product to sell. Because more than anything, I love to sell.
What is it about selling? What is it about being a salesman that you enjoy so much? And how did you become good at it?
Yeah. And you know, and being a salesperson really motivates me because I remember people coming to my neighborhood selling vacuum cleaners.
Yeah.
And there was no one who had a rug in the whole neighborhood. And you see the guy take his jacket and put on the show. The sole purpose is to sell this air conditioner.
Yeah.
And I fell in love with the sales, being in sales. It doesn't matter what it is, sell. You got to put on the show to do it.
Yeah, and how did you do it?
And in boxing, I use boxing, that's what I tell other athletes, use your sport for more than just scoring a basket or a touchdown. Use it to sell.
Were you a self-promoter though when you were boxing? Or were you someone that just wanted to let your fights speak for themselves?
The second time around, I was really a self-promoter. I couldn't sell myself on boxing. Everybody was saying how older I am. I had to get out there this time and self-promote myself as more than just a boxer. And I would ring the bell. Yeah, I'm closer to 50 than I am to 20. And I'd go on and on and on selling. Because I was told early on, people follow a fire truck, but no one follows a water truck. Put on the fire.
All right, Mr. Foreman, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
The intensity from the stands, passion put on the line, bright lights and big stars. This is North America's top flight pro soccer league, where some of the world's best take flight in the greatest show on earth. Major League Soccer. The best of football on Astro Supersport 2 and Astro Supersport 2 HD.
Why do governments, companies, and people make the financial decisions they do? Their actions affect us all. And in times like these, full of economic uncertainty, you need partners. Partners with answers and experience to help you along the way. That's where we come in. At CNN, it's our job to break down the most complicated business stories, to ask the right people the hard questions, and to help close the gap